Hi, I'm Chris Robshaw.
And I'm Camilla Kerslake, and we are thrilled to introduce you to baby number 2, Little Hunter, in this exclusive shoot with OK Magazine.
How was the birth? I think that's more a question for you.
It was exactly what I wanted. I had him in that room there in a birth pool. My mother was there, Chris was there, the midwives were there, but there was some drama, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. I was actually in London with one of my roles. Camilla messaged me saying, I think I'm having contractions, so quickly jumped on a train and got home. Unfortunately, it was kind of 4 or 5 o'clock when it was rush hour on the M25. The midwives were stuck on the motorway, so at one point I thought I might have to deliver the little boy.
So pleased that didn't happen.
An ambulance turned up, but luckily
2 ambulances, yeah.
But luckily then they disappeared. The midwives came, and then the rest was pretty smooth sailing.
Very smooth from then on out. So we're very grateful to the NHS and we're very grateful to the midwives. Parenting 2 boys is pretty wild. They're really rough and ready. There's a lot of rough and tumble. I think Wilding, who is 3, our oldest, he loves Hunter so much, maybe a little bit too much. So there's a lot of you running around with him, isn't there?
It is, and I think it's also getting used to the sleep patterns again, or not so much sleep patterns.
Yeah.
And we moved out of London about a year ago now. We're lucky to have a nice sized garden, and yeah, we definitely kicked the ball around.
More football.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, he likes football more than rugby. He likes wearing his Harlequins top. So I think that's one kind of benefit.
He dresses in full Harlequins kit with Robshaw on the back, and then Chris has to take him out for a coffee, and he's like, But he's definitely more into tennis and football, I would say, at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think just any type of sport, we want to get him outdoors, being physical. He's actually not a bad singer either, so hopefully
got a decent pitch, yeah.
He'll have something going for him.
When Hunter was 24 weeks, I was at the English National Opera, but I was doing Handmaid's Tale, which is a very modern, quite unusual piece. So I think the first music he would have heard would have been quite kooky. But I guess I practiced with them all the time when they were in my belly. So now when I'm holding Hunter and practicing, he falls straight to sleep because I think he's just so used to it. Yeah, so I would hope, they'd have a decent understanding of music. They've heard a lot of Puccini, a lot of Mozart. I was singing for the Royal Opera House until a week before I gave birth. So they've definitely heard a lot, but maybe not as many nursery rhymes as they should.
Our most hilarious parent moments.
Oh, I know. We had to take our dog, who you might see in some of the pictures and wandering around in the background. He's 12 and a half now. He's completely deaf. He's partially blind. So we took him in when Hunter, I think, was about 8 days old because he'd been chewing it himself. And Hunter let out the biggest fart. Honestly, no one tells you that babies fart like grown men. And of course, the vet looks at Chris, who was holding him, looks at me, and then just sort of doesn't say anything. And Chris was like, "It was Hunter." But I don't know if he believed us. I hope he doesn't fire us as clients.
Yeah. I think to describe Camilla as a parent, she's extremely caring, nurturing, of course, but very much gone above and beyond, really. Looking after him, helping to develop him, giving their little babies an amazing kind of self-confidence and awareness, and being a fantastic mother.
I think Chris as a parent is surprisingly sort of like gentle and tender. I knew he would be because of how he is with the dog and the kind of man that he is, but it's really interesting. They say that sort of babies can make or break a relationship and a marriage, and I have to say I love you so much more since we've had the kids. Obviously I already loved him a lot, but I think that would be my biggest piece of advice to young people when they're choosing a partner. If you do want to have children, if you think children are hopefully in your future, the person that you marry is going to be the parent of your children, not just your partner. So when you're choose someone that you know will do an amazing job. And the main reason I fell in love with Chris, apart from obviously this, was how kind he was. And I see how compassionate he is with our children, and it just makes me, well, I'm going to cry now. It's the hormones, it's the postpartum hormones.
I think it's completely
100% done.
Yeah.
100% done. 2 parents, 2 kids.
We'll get another animal if we want something.
I would
else,
like a female dog or cat because I'm surrounded by dudes.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
But no, I think we're pretty
Done.
happy with
Finn.
it too. As you can hear, one's running around now. So.
It's just carnage.
Dad, I want a cookie.
A cookie.
A cookie. You're gonna
Say bye-bye.
Say bye, Wilding.